Hello and welcome back your faces to another video here on the channel. This one is actually kind of interesting, guys, because AH done an interview with Sky News, and let's just say the interview is like, ha! What a load of baloney. So what we're going to do, we're going to spin this around and jump straight into it. AH, nothing could have prepared me for 2020. Johnny Depp's high-profile libel case dominated AH's year. Now The Stand forces her to ask hard questions about survival. By two people who literally... Why is it all these articles at this moment in time regarding her need two or more people to write? Are they all that stupid that one person cannot write an article anymore? So, AH has opened up about her experience this year, telling Sky News, nothing could have prepared me for 2020. In a UK exclusive, the star explained how a new TV series based on a Stephen King novel forced her to ask questions about being faced with unbelievable circumstances and incredible adversity, and everything being on the line. Eerily present, The Stand is about a flu which kills 99% of the population and a power struggle of good and evil. Filming on the show finished in March just before this took hold. She plays one of the survivors of the outbreak, says despite the bizarre timing, nothing could have prepared her for the reality of 2020, a year in which she has faced many challenges. Haven't we all? And she's just literally gone to a thing and said, yes, I lied. That's exactly what it is. And now she's saying that it helped her for lying. This is what happens, people, when you lie. If people believe you just because, sadly, this is the kind of case where we've become a population where if a woman stands up and says, this has happened to me, then automatically people go, oh my God, I'm so sorry. If a man stands up and says the exact same thing, he gets laughed at. He gets mocked. Because, again, this is what people are going on about toxic masculinity. We shouldn't be talking about that. We should get rid of it. Men should share their feelings. Men should be allowed to, to cry. Men should be allowed to do this. And then when men actually do what they've asked, they get blasted for it by the media. So it just goes to show that the media do not care about what people are asking them to do. They're literally like, let's mock him. This just goes to show how hypocritical all these people are who say men should open up. No, because when they do, you just mock them. The 34-year-old actress became headline news this summer when she appeared as the Sun's star witness in her ex-husband's high-profile libel case against the newspaper. Libel case, not a criminal case. People need to remember that. I know all of us who we are here for this. We know that this is what it is. But you still get people who think, oh, well, he's been proven guilty. He hasn't. In November, Judge Justice Neckhole ruled that the tabloid's report and allegations that Johnny was all of this were substantially true. At the moment, AH cannot say too much about how relieved and vindicated she must feel, as Depp has applied to appeal the judgment and is also suing her in the US over a separate Washington Post article written 2 years ago. If the Virginia trial goes ahead, it's currently scheduled for May 2021. Both will face the media circus all over again. She tells Sky News, nothing could have prepared me for this. Let's face it, I don't think I'm alone in saying that. I don't think anything could have prepared me. In a year that has seen havoc on film and TV sets around the world, putting a stop to most productions, The Stand is timely, she says, given that they managed to wrap just in the nick of time. We stopped filming at the end of March, where, again, end of March is when lockdown happened in the UK, the last but 1 week. Luckily, it was at the end of filming, but still I had to go do reshoots later when things started to open back up again. So it's ironic that we had to stop filming on our show about a global this and a power struggle of good and evil, and government and society that will shut down after this, right before one. It's really interesting. The Stand is one of King's most beloved books and the longest, and sadly I'm not going to be watching it because of her. She plays Nadine Cross, and while fans may know what to expect from the character, for those unfamiliar with the story, she starts off a total mystery. That's exactly what drew me to Nadine, her complexity, and the inability to put her into a category or easily define her exactly what I think makes her compelling, and made her the most interesting character for me to read. Yeah, again, she's just pandering now to people. I don't want to play a character that's easy to understand or whose motivations are transparent. It's more interesting to play a character who is functioning like many of us, behind several layers of masks that change, and depending on what our situation is and who we are dealing with. And Nadine is like that on steroids. The stakes are really high for her and everything's on the line. So that was a challenge, but exactly what I was drawn to. Yeah. The series, which also stars Whoopi Goldberg and all these other people, look at how people cope when left to survive on their own. Hers will not be drawn on whether she rates herself as a fighter or not, but this is that everyone will have asked themselves similar questions this year. That's because that's part of what I like about the series. So she's going on about the series now and saying literally like, we've had a bad year, we've done this, we've done that. And she gave the statement obviously outside the court, which was literally mind-blowing because you could see that she, her sister, her lawyers and everyone who was with her, they were starting to laugh. And it's like, what the hell are you doing? You know, that's what they were doing. But we're going to move on to something else now, which is kind of interesting because AH, she's trying to go now and she's trying to cater to the nerd culture. That's exactly what she's called it, and it's like, come on now, you're taking the piss. Stop it. So AH is super excited for Zack Snyder's Justice League. CBS All Access, much anticipated, going on about, obviously Justice League's coming back next year. She stars as Mera, and she went on to explain that the part of her love for nerds, I effing love nerds, excuse my language. Nerds comes from how they are connected to great projects, and that nerd passion is where people want to be. Zack Snyder's a perfect example of a nerd. I got into this project on the stand because of another true die-hard nerd, which is Josh Boone, who connected all of us on this project as he was adapting the book for Stephen King. And I think it's just a good rule of thumb to follow, especially in this genre which I love. It's like following the nerd. The nerd passion is where you want to be. So with that, she is literally just going on and taking the mick out of nerds, because it's like, no, we don't want you in this culture. We don't want you a part of it, because what she has done and making fun of everything that she's saying is nerd culture. Why is it nerd culture? It's just culture. It's pop culture now. This is exactly what it is. This just goes to show that even though she's 34, she is literally behind in the times. And again, that just goes to show how she actually thinks of people who make these films. I want to be where the nerds are, yeah. No. She is doing exactly what Brie Larson did with Captain Marvel, which is literally, she's getting the people who want to see these things and like, actually, no, I'm not going to watch it because of you. That's exactly what they're doing. It has nothing to do with Johnny Depp either, that part. Because I know a lot of people who don't like Johnny, but they're like, I'm not going to watch it because of her, because of what she's saying about her. She's like, we're not nerds. If we are nerds, we don't care. But don't keep calling us it. That's the problem. But it's very interesting and will be great to see how this works out. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future updates. And I'll see each and every one of you soon.